Black people, as the Lion King said to his son, do you know who you are? The majority of us in America are Hebrews. Some of us are Canaanites. The Canaanites have it easier than the Hebrews because the Hebrews have a curse in Scripture along with the Canaanites. But the Hebrews will be determined by how they measure up to the sign in the curse. Jeremiah 17:4, thus saith the Lord, you shall discontinue from your heritage that I gave you, and I will cause you to serve your enemies in a land which you know not. Unlike Ham's Canaanites, the Hebrews have curses outlined in Scripture that are going to be, what does it say? All these curses shall come upon thee and pursue thee. They shall be upon thee for, what is this? A sign and a wonder, and upon your seed or your children, what's that word? Forever. This is why you don't want to be under the curses of the law. And yet, we have a sect called Hebrew Israelites that after Christ the Messiah, Christ is the Greek word for Messiah. It's the European word for Messiah, has come to deliver us from these curses. What do they tell their people? You must obey the law of Moses. We're Hebrews. You stupid people. You stupid people. If you break one law of Moses, you're guilty of the whole law. The Messiah said, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. But that's for another time. What are his commandments? I want you to turn to 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 37 to find out where his commandments are. But nevertheless, this lesson is going to be about the sign and a wonder that God is going to put on Hebrews so that the world will know who they are. What does it say? These curses shall come upon thee and pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because you hearken not unto the voice of the Lord, in keeping his commandments, his statutes, which he commanded thee by the laws of Moses. Moses says God is going to raise up one among you, one among us, being Hebrews. When God raises him up, you are to hear him in all things. That's the Messiah, when he raised him from the dead. And Jesus said, if you love me, you don't keep Moses' commandments, you keep my commandments. And they're located according to 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 37. You need to find out what that verse is and hearken to it. Otherwise, you're going to be under these curses. They're going to be a sign and a wonder. Well, let's see some of these things. Let's just pick out any of them. Let's see. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, Hebrew Israelites. Why? For they shall go into captivity. Now, when the Ashkenazi Jews who opted to convert to Judaism had this happen to them, what happened? The Holocaust. They begat sons and daughters, did not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. What did Hitler do? Put them in captivity. For the African Americans, so-called, thou shalt beget sons and daughters, thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Well, when did that happen to us? Slavery? Have you heard of slavery? This shall be a sign. You will beget sons and daughters, but you shall not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. That's why you need this book. The complete history of blacks in the Bible. Because biblical black history unmasks Eurocentric Christianity's great white hoax. White people will tell you, you're cursed because of Ham. Oh no. Would to God we were cursed because of Ham. We're cursed because of the law on Hebrew Israelites. Let me show you. Or as my pastor, Bishop T.D. Jakes would say, let us go deeper. Another curse of the law says, thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations or nationalities where the Lord shall lead thee. Does that happen to black people? Well, under the African continent, we've become a proverb and a byword by being called a kafir. In America, a coon, a nigger, all these names, a byword among where? All nations, okay? Who are the people where the curse says, thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, thou shalt be only oppressed only, and spoiled, plundered evermore, and no man shall save thee. When we were sold from Africa, or taken from Africa, sold as Hebrews from among Africans, did anybody come and get us? No man shall save thee. Thy carcass shall be meat unto all fowls of the air, and unto the beast of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. They had some Africans that were in Ethiopia or in Kenya that were walking. A bunch of teenagers. There had been a war, and they were walking. And beasts of the earth attacked them. Only several of them lived. But worse than that, this curse of the law says, thy carcass shall be meat unto all the fowls of the air, and no man shall fray or scare them away. There was a little girl in Africa who was trying to make it to a refugee camp. And she just got so tired. And when she got tired, this guy who won a Pulitzer Prize for this just took pictures. Did he fray the bird away? No. Did he fray the bird away? No. Why? Because it was one of the curses of the law. She's a Hebrew Israelite, and no man shall fray it away. What does the scripture say? Thy carcass shall be meat unto all the fowls of the air, and no man shall fray them away. That guy won a Pulitzer Prize for that piece of art, he called it, because when it comes to black suffering, whites are pretty well sociopaths, have no feeling at all. And they asked him, well, what'd you do with her? How is she today? What do you mean? He didn't do anything. And 3 weeks later, he killed himself. Okay? Now they're trying to make a new story of, no, she went over, and no. He killed himself. And that's why you need this book. What is the curse of the law? The curse of the law is racism. When you look at the Ashkenazi Jews or the white European Jews, why are they screaming and hollering? Because of racism. Wherever they go, they're called kikes, skull caps, all these wicked, debasing names. Why? Because of the curse of the law. Wherever they go, they're hated under the sun, under the nations. So are black Hebrew Israelites. That's why you need this book. Available on Amazon.com. Order it today. Great for Christmas presents. It's over 700 pages long, and it's full of pictures. When I was a kid, I loved Bibles with pictures, and it has the complete history. Your granddaddy would love these books of blacks in the Bible. The slave would have loved this book because they would explain his situation. How you say? As a sign, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city. What cities were black people, African Americans, Hebrew Israelites cursed in? Jamestown, Savannah, Georgia, New Orleans, these slave port cities. And cursed shalt thou be in the field. Were whites cursed in the field? No. Were Orientals cursed in the field? No. What people were cursed in the field? I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count. Was he cursed in the field? Not with a shotgun. Who are these little babies cursed in the field? What field? What field? The cotton field. Cursed shall be thy basket. Wait a minute. Thy basket is cursed? Yeah, if you didn't make weight, you got beat. And that's why you need this book, The Complete History of Blacks in the Bible. Why? Because biblical black history unmasks Eurocentric Christianity's great white hoax that tells you you're under the curse of Ham. No, it's the curse of the law on Hebrew Israelites who will not obey Jesus' commandments. They want to obey Moses' commands. And if you broke one, you broke them all. Believe on Christ and be saved. Order this book on Amazon.com.